It's now been more than 4 months since the governor ordered the closure of long-term care facilities to family members. The purpose, to slow the spread inside these vulnerable facilities and keep the death toll to a minimum. Good evening, I'm Kylie McGivern in for Isabel. Now, as the months continue to pass, these families are longing to see loved ones, worried that if the coronavirus doesn't kill them, isolation might. ABC Action News reporter McKenna King has the story of a local family begging the governor not to forget about them.
It's Aline, your wife.
It's been more than 4 months since Aline Myers has seen her husband in person.
One of us was here almost every day to be with him.
These days, it's window visits and FaceTime calls in hopes her husband, Rick, doesn't forget her.
Can I look funny with the mask on?
Rick was diagnosed with frontal temporal degeneration and Alzheimer's when he was just 51 years old. Just a few years later, Aline made the difficult decision to place him in a long-term care facility.
His biggest problem why I had to place him is he wandered.
And never in her worst nightmares could she have expected to hit a point where she couldn't freely walk into this building to see Rick.
It just doesn't make sense that nothing's being done to allow us to go in. It's like they forgot about us.
Aline understands the importance of keeping our most vulnerable safe. In fact, Rick survived COVID-19 himself.
I thought he was going to die. I mean, one of the times I FaceTimed him and his head was back and his eyes were closed and his mouth was open. And that was just what my grandfather looked like when he died. And I'm like, oh my God, he'll die and I'll never see him again.
It's been a struggle for Aline and Rick's 2 daughters as well.
March 13th, right when this was kind of starting to become real here, I think there was maybe 1 or 2 cases in Hillsborough County at that point, and they were like, you know, you probably shouldn't go in. It's probably not safe. And I had a total meltdown thinking like, I'm not going to be able to see my dad for like a month or something.
Then 1 month turned into 4.
Maybe within the next couple weeks, we could do a visit outside where we're 6 to 10 feet away and we could just stand and see each other.
Now they're hopeful Florida will get their case count and positivity rate under control so they can see their dad. Just like the Myers family hopes to make sure Rick remembers them, they also want to make sure the governor remembers all the families of loved ones in long-term care facilities.
Governor, please do everything in your power to stop the spread of COVID. This can't go on. Require masks, enforce distancing, get the testing under control, where you get results back fast enough where you can contact trace and get that down. And then it'll be safe to open schools and to have us go visit our loved ones.
Coming up on August 20th, the Florida Alzheimer's Association is teaming up with several state officials to discuss the future of long-term care here in Florida. Reporting in Tampa, McKenna King, ABC Action News.